not know this man. You may not have ever seen him before. But to some of the country's wealthiest of wealthies, he's a can-do guy, a wheeler, a dealer, a man whose shrewd business sense and desire to provide the very best have launched him well on his way to his own fabulous fortune.
Oh, I got a ways to go.
Well, maybe so, but Doug Turner does know what millionaires like and want. He's made it his business. In 1996, Doug started Millionaire's Concierge, an exclusive service that provides basically anything and everything a millionaire could ever want. He's based in Fort Lauderdale, Florida, an international yachting center and home to spring break for thousands of college students. Millionaire's Concierge is quite comfortable operating here amongst the big boats, the million-dollar mansions, South Florida's own share of the well-to-do. Doug began his education 16 years ago here at the Auto Toy Store, the world's largest exotic car showroom, where customers from around the globe come to rent or buy one-of-a-kind four-wheeled masterpieces. Yes, we're talking some pretty fancy toys.
We sell Rolls-Royce, Bentley, Lamborghini, Aston Martin, Ferraris. We sell anything from $30,000 to $1 million. That does include gas.
And it was here, dealing with the mega rich, that his passion to please uncovered a little-known secret of the million-dollar lifestyle. Amazingly, millionaires often don't have time to plan their own fun, to track down that $35 million private jet for hire, or that little-known tropical island dinner for two. Doug sees the opportunity to provide that service.
I do exotic car rentals, I do jet charters, helicopter trips, swim with the dolphins, flight simulators, hot air balloons, private islands, you name it, I have it.
Meet Bob Crozier and his girlfriend Juliette Battisti visiting from New Jersey. They're two of the many people that use Doug's services when they find themselves in South Florida for business and pleasure, like the use of this $500,000 cigarette racing boat.
You know, it all started when I started coming down here. I didn't have all the amenities that I had at home. You know, where can I get temporarily a car, a house, a boat? The things that I'm used to having at home, knowing I'm only here for 2 weeks. And that's how I met Doug. And from that point on, as Doug helped me get some of the things I was used to having, you know, as well as doing some of the fun stuff.
Fun stuff that includes spontaneous jet flights to New York for champagne, caviar, dinner, and a show. No request is ever too big, no idea too outrageous for the Millionaire's Concierge.
I'm a yes person. I never want to say no, so I try to do everything I can within my means. I had a guy call me to dump 50 dozen roses into a swimming pool out of a helicopter for an anniversary. And we did it. It was a pretty wild thing.
The most extraordinary thing I've ever done was fly a real fighter plane and go through the maneuvers and the stunts. I was able to do that by Doug, and that was an experience I'll never forget.
So what fun did Doug have planned for Bob and Juliette this trip? Certainly this 5,000 square foot, 12-room waterfront mansion complete with gym, pool, and a bevy of sports cars wasn't a bad start. Neither was the 80-foot yacht reserved for their boating pleasure. With a choice of services ranging from $500 to $30,000, the possibilities were virtually endless. Today, it's a whirlwind getaway in the Florida Keys, a 106-mile chain of islands off the southern tip of Florida. And the adventure begins.
Bon voyage.
Thanks, Doug.
You got it. Have a great time.
The first leg of their jet-set getaway, a short but speedy trip to a private heliport in a souped-up Hummerzine. Next comes a little sightseeing in this private Bell Jet Ranger helicopter. On their way to a small private airstrip and a waiting twin-engine Navajo. Less than an hour later, the two had made the 185-mile trip down the coast to a place called Marathon, where they check in with Doug and transfer to a specialized seaplane.
How you doing?
Private pilot.
Brad?
The first real destination Doug's planned today, a beautiful island accessible only by water, or in Bob and Juliet's case, air.
Step up until you clear the side of the wing. Hi, how are you?
10 minutes later, they've arrived. Little Palm Island, an exclusive 7-acre tropical paradise resort that boasts 5-star food, beautiful crystal-clear water, and no phones. The ideal getaway for two such busy people. A little relaxation, some beach combing, maybe even a little romance. But not too much, because Doug's got something else up his sleeve. After the return flight, some rave reviews.
Oh, it was great. Absolutely.
Great trip?
Fabulous. Beautiful.
Very good.
Thank you.
It's time for one more quick flight 60 miles north to Key Largo for a little one-on-one with some friendly dolphins. One last helicopter flight returns Bob and Juliet to their palatial mansion. The total cost for the day's activities? Only $25,475. Not too bad when you're making a few million every year. But to Bob and Juliet, the trip has been priceless.
Doug makes the most of the free time that we have, absolutely. Because I don't have to take the time to go discover where can I get a boat, what car should I drive, and some of the really fun things like swimming with the dolphins. I would have never known where to go. It would have taken me days just to find out where can I go.
You have to give them good service. You line them up with one of these trips, all they want is good service. They pay, and they want good service. That's the bottom line.
Doug, I want to thank you from the bottom of my heart. We had such a great time.
You had a great time. I'm glad. I have fun along the way and make a little bit of money.
A little bit of money and a lot of success in pleasing the very people Doug one day hopes to be. Once there, he'll no doubt follow the advice he now gives to so many of his clients.
What I tell a lot of people they seem to really like, even guys at very high levels, I just tell them you only live once, you'll be dead a long time. Have fun.
Next on Ultimate Luxuries, find out what's in the wallets of the wealthy. Credit cards so exclusive that you can't have one.
Tonight on Livin Large with Carmen, Electra, and Kadeem Hardison. Need a Ferrari to get to dinner? Not fast enough? Will a helicopter do? This personal concierge can get you whatever you can think of, if you've got the cash.
I'm global mobile. Anything in the world I can pretty much get.
Stay tuned and you'll see what Livin Large is all about.
Tonight on Livin Large, the Millionaire Concierge with a Midas touch.
Welcome to Livin Large. I'm Carmen, Electra.
And I'm Kadeem Hardison. Here at Livin Large, each week we'll hit you with some of the biggest stories you've ever seen.
From the craziest mansions and the people who own them, to the hottest gadgets and trends.
People who are living life beyond all bounds, following their passions and living their dreams.
So let's get things rolling with the guy who truly has the hookup.
Jim, this is what I have set up for you. I got a limousine picking you up at 2:30, taking you to your private helicopter. They'll be taking you down to Key Largo Marriott. You'll land, they'll greet you. After that, they'll escort you down to swim with the dolphins.
Doug Turner has the world at his fingertips. It's his job. As the Millionaire's concierge, he supplies whatever high rollers demand.
Millionaire's Concierge is turning dreams into reality. People dream about these things, and I make it come true. It's absolutely incredible.
Turner has worked at Fort Lauderdale's glitzy auto toy store since 1985. While there, he saw an opportunity.
Over the years, the guys would come in and spend a couple $100,000 on a car, and they'd want a hotel or a boat to charter or go scuba diving or swim with the dolphins or charter a plane or go on a hot air balloon. And I would do it for years. I had a passion for it. I loved to do it. So in 1997, I started the company Millionaire's Concierge because it just goes with what I do. I deal with millionaires, and it's a concierge service. I'm kind of like a concierge out of an exclusive hotel, but I do it worldwide. We just had the Bee Gees aboard our $1 million private bus. I just rented a Michael Bolton 100-foot yacht in Monte Carlo. I've arranged golf with Michael Bolton, Sylvester Stallone not too long ago. We're now going to one of Millionaire's Concierge mega waterfront mansions that's for rent. This is a $20 million mansion. It's absolutely fabulous right here in Miami Beach, Florida. The kind of clients who would rent a place like this would be very well-to-do clients, CEOs of big companies, Europeans, just people that want to live large and be in a place that's very unique. This house is incredible. It really speaks for itself. This particular home is about $20 million. It would rent from $50,000 a week to $200,000 a week. There's really a lot of money out there that guys can afford much more than renting a penthouse at a hotel. I mean, they really get a kick out of renting a $20 million house that they can afford. It takes me about 1 week to get a mansion like this ready. I get servants, I get butlers, I have a limousine service, I get the proper champagne that they want, caviar, all the proper food that the client wants. Got to be ready for them. They want the best of the best. I mean, it's something you see in the movies. I love the Millionaire's Concierge because I sell fun. The things that I charter can cost so much to buy, you're better off chartering it than you are to buy it. I have one yacht, for example, it's 150 foot with your own private helicopter on top of it, which makes things a lot more convenient to get back and forth from the airport or wherever. I have another yacht, 120-footer, that goes 60 miles an hour. These people want to get where they're going right away. Private jet can be anywhere from $2,000 to $3,500 an hour. Sikorsky helicopter is about $3,500 an hour. The private coach is $2,500 an hour. They do jet charters, yacht charters, exotic car rentals, tickets worldwide, fighter jets, helicopters, waterfront mega mansions that you can rent. I'm global mobile. Anything in the world I can pretty much get. If I can't get it, I have someone that does. This is a 98 Aston Martin turbocharged. 2003 500 SL, the new model. 99 355 Spider, 6-speed, red with tan, and a lot of horsepower. 2001 360 Modena convertible Ferrari. And this is the best of the best, the Lamborghini Roadster. Yellow with yellow interior, 6-liter engine, 600 horsepower. This car is absolutely incredible. It's really not like a job, it's an adventure. And I get to go on a lot of these trips with the clients and hang out with the celebrities and go play golf and fly around in the jets and go meet the yacht. And it's just really a great lifestyle.